Man, it's been a while. It's been about like 2 weeks since I've seen you.
Yeah, man.
It looks
Has
like
it been?
You look healthy.
Thanks.
I don't know if no, it looks like I'm like, who's this guy, man? You know,
Whoa.
he
Did
gets
Austin
on,
just
he gets up on
rejuvenate me?
stage. He gets on stage for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he starts glowing again. You know, that's the Fahim that
Look, man, I had to get my groove back. How Stella got her groove back. She had to go to Texas.
How's it been? How was the transition? Let's start from the beginning. I feel like you've been telling everyone this story from like landing there and just settling in and all that.
Sure, yeah. To recap it all.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I haven't been here that long, but it feels like I've been here like a week and a half. So I came in. I actually missed my flight, so
Fahim,
I had it all planned. Well, you know why? Because I'm so used to just like traveling with a carry-on.
Yeah.
Just whenever I do stand-up gigs, I always pack just with a carry-on. I pack it pretty light. Yeah. So it's been ages since I've had to check a bag in. And for some reason, I'm just like dumb. I thought it was going to be the same kind of protocol. So I get there with like the amount of time that I always cut it by the wire. I have TSA pre.
Yeah.
All right. And it's COVID time, so the airport's already dead.
Yeah, true.
I thought I would just like waltz on the plane like it was a private jet.
Yeah.
So I get there, and then I give the lady my bag, and she's like, "Oh, honey, you're too late." And I'm like, "What?"
What?
She's like, "Hold on, let me see. Because the plane's not leaving, but they have to have a certain number of minutes before."
Yeah, it's normally like 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, depending on the airline.
That's too long. Come on, do that in 10 minutes. Let's speed that up, airlines.
How close did you cut it?
I was within I was probably like 35 minutes or 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Whenever those things happen to me, I accept it. I don't understand the people who flip out. Like I'll be at airports and there's always someone who's just like steaming like a tea kettle. Like, this is preposterous. Let me talk. Like everything is happening to them.
Yeah.
Or even buddies who get tickets. Like Aristotle will get so angry. He'll get a ticket. And he feels like the world has wronged him. Like it's everyone's fault but his.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a ticket, I'm like, you got me.
You got caught slipping. You're like, shit,
I
got
caught slipping. I have $70. I have $90. Like I don't love giving them. It's just more of the nuisance of like getting a stamp, putting it in an envelope, writing a check. And I write a check because I don't want to do the credit card fee.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? They'll try to a convenience fee.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, whatever. It sucked. Like, okay, I can't get on this flight. I'm going to miss it. I'm like, when's the next one? And then she's like 6-something p.m. So I was there for a long-ass time. I'm just chilling in LAX. And so then I got in. And the trouble is, the place that I'm in right now, they had to have an associate come help me to my place.
Settle in. Yeah.
But I ended up arriving at midnight now in Austin. And that's too late for these people. Yeah. So I had to get a hotel for my first night.
Oh my God. Dude, this is just like bad things happening after the other.
But it's not that bad. I just went on to hotels tonight while I was waiting for my flight because I had so many hours to kill at LAX.
Okay, so before you even landed, you figured everything out. You're like, this is not going to work out. Let me prep before I even hit the ground in Texas.
Totally. So I knew I couldn't get into my place that night, so I needed to get into a hotel for one night to tide me over. So I was like, it's all problem solving. I go, let me get a hotel that's close to where I'll be living so that I don't have to Uber far twice. Let me just do one Uber to kind of this area.
Yeah.
So then I download Hotels Tonight, or this sounds like I'm doing an advertisement for Hotels Tonight or something. And then I got like a place for $50 for one night.
Okay.
And then everything was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I came to this place, settled in, and
So it worked out.
I mean, there's so much more. I just like told so much of a story just about like landing here, but like so much has happened beyond that.
Yeah. So how has it been though? How has like I'm watching your snaps, your Instagram stories. You know, Chappelle's there, Joe Rogan's there. Looks like you've been going up. How was the hour show that you did?
It was great. So yeah, I got in and then like I had to work the next day, so I'm still doing the writer's room via Zoom.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But we're 2 hours ahead here, so it's interesting. My work schedule's shifted. Yeah. So now I get off at like 7 p.m. now, and that's a little weird.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I start later.
Yeah.
So I can burn the night a little more because I don't have to wake up as early.
True.
So, yeah, I was just going and doing my Zoom writer's room, and then I had Rogan to do on Thursday. And the EPs of the show were really cool. I was like, I'll always ask them. I'm like, hey, can I do Rogan on? It's such a funny ask because it's like it's an obvious yes. Like they're so cool. They're like, yes, of course you could do that.
Yeah.
It's like asking to go to the dentist or something, but it's like way bigger. I'm like, hey, is it okay if I do the biggest show in the world?
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll let it happen just this once. So then I did Rogan.
How was that? How's the Rogan experience? I haven't listened to the episode yet, but multiple people did text me that Dance Hour got a plug in the first like minute or something.
You know why? Because like I was like, yo, can you remind me to mention the pod? Because the last time I was on it, I just spaced and I didn't bring it out or bring it up. And I go, this is like the dumbest shit in the world. I don't know why. So I'm just verbalizing like, please help me. You know, I'm going to try to remember, but if I don't. Yeah. And that's why he was so proactive, even up top. He was like, what's the name of the podcast? Like,
oh, man.
And, yeah, it was a nice little trick he did. And then he mentioned it a few times throughout the pod as well. So,
oh, that's pretty awesome.
But it was fun. Nice. It was almost 4 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like a Scorsese movie.
God damn.
I had to pee. I felt like whenever you have to pee on Rogan, I feel like you failed.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to...
I couldn't hold it for that long. Eventually, I was like, I gotta pee.
Yeah, I heard about that. Hila texted or was on the call with me, and she was like, yeah, I texted Fahim. Did he go to the bathroom in the middle of it? I was like, oh, shit. It must have been a long episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was really cool. And it was better this time, too, because, like, I did it the first time when he asked me after I came off that little European tour I did.
Yeah.
Remember when I went to...
For the... Yeah.
Like Dublin and stuff like that, and then
was it during the GOATFACE promotional tour, or was it
no?
A little...
It was a different time.
Okay, this is 2019.
Yeah, it's like when I was in London for a week to do Soho Theater or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So I came and I did Rogan, and it was cool because I knew him a little bit from the store.
Yeah.
But like I've known him for longer now, so that's like cool.
Yeah.
You know, and to have that under the belt. Like this time was just like way more friendly.
Yeah.
On my end, it's all perception. You know what I mean? Like I just had a comfortability with him this time that I didn't last time.
Oh no.
I mean, last time was fine, but this time was like way better.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Where it's because now you know, going in the second time doing anything. I mean, even for work, for me going back into MTV, the second I'm not like as nervous as I was the first time I started. You know, I'm like, I've done it. I know the ropes now. How was the response? Have you been reading any comments?
Great, man. I don't really like dive into the comments. I just sort of like live my life. But I've been getting a ton of DMs and follows and stuff, and so I can just track it that way.
Yeah, it's positive.
Like positive messages from people, and that's really cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
And more people just like checking out my stand-up, which is nice. I guess the perk of having this huge library or like being an unknown for so long. I mean, I've done some things and stuff like that, but like I'm still a relative unknown. To be like under the radar is just, I have this treasure trove of material for people to discover. Like special.
Yeah. It's a black hole. Once they get started on one thing, it's like once they get started on one thing, they just get caught up in the snowball of like Fahim content, you know? So
yeah, I've been doing it for so much. There's like this GOATFACE sketches. There's the GOATFACE special that we did, and then there's my stand-up special, and then all the little Instagram stuff, and then you have Lance stand-up, and then you have all the clips that I put up. So it's like it's really cool getting messages about like the special that me and Ari did. You know, my stand-up special. We'd filmed that how long ago? But for people to just now discover it is still cool. Like it's new to them now. Yeah, so that's exciting to be like, oh, something that is that old. Because I'm talking about other stuff now that people could still appreciate it, even though I'm so far removed from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, so did Rogan Thursday, and then that was fun. That was cool. And then I got COVID tested. He like COVID tested you before.
Oh.
I'm negative, baby.
Yeah, you let him know that you already got it.
Yeah, he knows.
Did you let him know that you take the bus? You took the bus to his house?
I took the bus, and then I just sniffed everybody just to just to flaunt my
yeah.
antibodies. And then after Rogan, then I go back to work on Friday, and then Rogan hits me up. He's like, "Hey, do you want to do the shows with me and Dave on
that's awesome.
Monday and Tuesday?"
Yeah.
Over at Stubbs. And I was like, "Yeah, of course." I go, "What time is the show?" Like, I get off work at 7.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I don't know. He goes, "I think the show start at 7. Can you get off any earlier?" And I'm like, fuck, I'll get back to you ASAP.
Yeah.
So then I text the EPs. I go, "Hey, Rogan asked me if I could do the shows with him and Chappelle. Is it okay if I duck out like 30 minutes early on Monday and Tuesday?" And again, they're like, "Of course."
Yeah.
I really got to give credit to Dave and Rio over there at the show. Like they've been really accommodating with these other things that I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny to be on the Zoom but also it's I'm in the writer's room, and like there's this cool camaraderie amongst everybody, like that I used to have with comedians when the clubs were open. I would see everyone at the clubs, but now the writer's room is kind of that. Even though it's over Zoom, you see these people every day, and you really get to know them, and it's kind of neat to be like, "All right, guys, I got to go do Rogan," or it's just like getting on a motorcycle or something, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to duck out, and I did the show Monday, and that was cool. And then I got to do it Tuesday, and they were just really cool shows. Like, I posted it on my stories. You could see the setup and stuff.
I saw the setup. How was because I know you were having trouble with like outdoor shows, everyone's spaced apart, but now it's kind of like back indoors. How was it? Was maximum capacity, half capacity?
This was outdoors. It's like an outdoor venue.
Oh, what? Okay.
So they're still spaced, and people are wearing masks, and unless they're at a table and eating, like there's still precautions in place. It's not like it's the nightclub scene in Blade everywhere you go. Yeah. But it definitely is a little more lax than LA. LA only recently did outdoor, and they're still spaced. You can go inside. Bars are open. Restaurants are open. It's not as heavily, packed. Like, it's still spaced, and people do wear masks. But it is more open out here. But that show was outside.
Yeah. Are you able to do your coffee shop runs, cafe runs, walk around?
Oh man, I fucked up. No, not really, because I'm in a nice place. I found a nice place, but it's kind of, everything's so far apart. It's not like K-Town or something where I can just open the door, walk 1 or 2 blocks, and I'm at a coffee shop. Yeah. I'm still tucked away, so I need a car.
Oh.
I'm going to ship my car. So I have a shipping company that's going to like bring it out here.
Oh shit.
So they're going to load it up on a truck, and then I'll have I'll be reunited with my Mazda 3, baby.
Oh no. Okay. You're not going to just rent a car out for that time being?
Nah, because here's the thing. Renting a car is on Turo, let's say, it's $26 a day.
Yeah.
That for a month is already more than just shipping my car out.
But then don't you got to ship it back?
Or I could drive it back if I want.
That's true too.
Or maybe I do ship it back just for not having the headache, Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Hey man, you got that CBS money now. You don't got to worry. You don't got to worry about these tiny little things, these inconveniences. You can get a hotel whenever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Dude,
how does that feel though?
Kind of nice. I get to do these little decadent things that I never would have done in my early years of just like scrounging for money and pinching because of chasing your dreams or whatever. It's a penny pinching endeavor. Yeah. But like today, I Postmated an Oreo Blizzard. It cost $20. This is not going to be a regular thing, but just I wanted it, and I can have it, so I'm like, I did it. So I kind of feel shitty that I had to another grown adult had to go get an Oreo Blizzard. They probably were rolling their eyes the whole way driving it to me. Yeah. That they just have one Oreo Blizzard in a bag in the passenger seat, buckled up. Yeah. And then I'm just like, thank you.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it does suck, but you're also helping, an individual
the economy.
Out. Yeah, you're helping the
Austin economy. Yeah.
You're helping out
a job creator.
A guy that's looking, to get his next buck,
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, I mean,
Oh, I
Yeah,
left out
what's
a
up?
detail real quick.
Yeah.
So, I don't have a car, right? So I have to get to the
Yeah.
gig, and then Rogan's like, "Do you want me to pick you up?" And I was like, "Oh, I mean, that'd be great." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna come in this crazy car. Like you'll hear it coming." And I go, "Okay." So then he picks me up. It's like the best case scenario. I go, "This is like carpooling with Willy Wonka. Just everything. Do you want to do these awesome shows?" I'm like, "Yes." And then he's
Yeah.
like, "I'll pick you up."
Whoa.
Like this just keeps getting better. So then
Yeah.
he rolls up in this 1970 Chevelle.
Oh my
I'm bad
God.
at car. It's like a muscle car. It's
Wait,
crazy.
Rogan himself came to pick you up.
Yeah.
He didn't
So-
send a car. He came himself.
Yeah. He's like a
Okay.
regular dude. So he
Okay.
comes in this crazy muscle car.
Yeah.
And then, so I come out and I get inside and then we drive to the gig. And then he gives me a ride home at night as well. But what's funny is on one of the nights, he's talking about the car to Chappelle. He's like, "You got to see this car." And then Dave's like, "Let me check it out." So then he goes, they're checking it out. And then he needs a ride to his hotel. So then we all pile in to...
Oh my God.
So the thing is, everyone's piling in and I'm just kind of like, I'm just laying in the cut. I'm not trying to be,
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. I'm very much
Yeah.
do your thing. I'm not trying
Kind
to
of like a
jog-
fly on the wall type.
I'm a fly on the wall guy. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to overstep my whatever. So everyone's in the car, and then Joe's like, "Fahim, you coming?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." So there's room in the back seat. Everyone's in
Yeah.
there, but Dave's already in the passenger seat. So like Dave has to like. I feel bad. I'm
Yeah.
like one of the best comedians of all time. I'm like, "Hey, can you scoot up? can you?" And I'm like crushing Dave to get into the back seat.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm like, "Dave, can you?" He's probably like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
But he actually, that was night one. I don't think he caught my set night one, but night two afterwards, he was like, funny shit, and that
Oh,
was
damn.
cool. Like that's the only interaction we've had one other. One time, I was with Neil Brennan. We were doing the clubs, and then we went. He's like, "You want to have dinner with me and Dave?" So we went to Crossroads on Melrose. You know that vegan spot?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had dinner with Dave, Neil, and me.
Insane.
But I was just watching. It's like I
Yeah.
had nothing to say. I was just like
Yeah.
watching them kind of talk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, "Well, how do you feel?" Ugh. There's just so much of that I don't
Yeah.
I don't need to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just watching kind of two friends
Just chatting up, catching up.
Yeah, chatting up. And I'm just fascinated by what they have to say. They've gone through so much stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I wanted to soak it up.
Yeah. So he caught the second set.
Dude, I left out my headlining set at Vulcan even.
Yeah.
So I did my
that
own
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
It was sold out.
Whoa.
It was really fun.
Well, shout out to our Austin listeners, man.
Shout out to our Austin listeners.
Or the
yeah.
greater Austin area, whoever came out for that.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. One thing that I have found about doing shows in Austin is just like people are so appreciative. There's just like a level of gratefulness.
Oh, wow.
Like after shows, and in LA you get that sometimes too. But I just found like more people will hit you up or like talk to you afterwards, and maybe because it is like a smaller town than LA. LA, we get everything. We get every big band comes through LA. Every big every big act rolls through there.
Yeah.
So you kind of
I mean, a lot of them are
don't
just
care.
kind of based there, yeah, and you're just kind of jaded. Or I feel like there's a culture of like, you just don't approach, you just don't approach entertainers out here, But yeah, that's amazing. They came up afterwards.
Yeah, it was great after my show and stuff at Vulcan, and
So
to
that
talk to
was
some
was
locals.
indoors though. That was an indoor show.
That was indoors, yeah.
How was that set up? Full capacity, half
Not
capacity?
full. Yeah, it's definitely not full capacity. It's spaced
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
but it's still enough for it to be a good show. It used to be an EDM spot, and then COVID
Interesting.
hit,
Yeah.
and they just sort of started doing more stand-up shows there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what I was referring to when I was asking about like, you doing outdoor shows here, drive-in shows here, rooftop shows here in LA, and it was that disconnect of an audience response and audience interaction with jokes landing or not. Did it kind of feel good just being back indoors in a very comedy setting where it's like this is like a venue for comedy, like a
I guess Vulcan is the closest thing to that, but even that's an interesting space. It doesn't feel like a comedy club.
Okay.
You can tell that it's sort of a club or EDM place that's been like, it still works for comedy, but it's kind of metallic, so the sound bounces in a weird way. And then there's an upper deck as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not exactly like doing a comedy club or something, but so I haven't had that yet. And Stubbs that we did with Dave and Joe, that was outdoors, and that was still fun, but it's still like an outdoor.
Yeah.
It's like a hybrid a little bit. It felt enclosed, but it's outdoors.
Yeah. Now does Joe and Dave hop on and like headline or
So the way the show goes, it goes Donnell Rawlings, he hosts, so he does stuff up top, then he brings up Michelle Wolf, then he brings me up, and then he brings up Mo Amer, and then Joe. Joe does an hour, and then I think Dave does an hour, and then they both go on stage, and they just sort of like, just chop it up. Yeah, shoot the shit on stage, and then that's the show.
Oh man, that's a night. I feel like the move is Austin, man. I mean, are more people now? Is this a frequent recurring show every week, or is it like, or is that just like a one-off?
Decide to do it. I don't know how many they've done. A few, and then Dave got COVID, so they had to cancel. Some of them. I don't know how often they'll be doing it, but
how long was that flight from Austin to LA or LA to Austin?
Almost 3 hours, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 something maybe.
Gotcha.
2:45.
Yeah.
How is LA? Like outdoor stuff's open now, huh?
Yeah, they opened it up like right when you left. Koreatown is back like operating as normal. Korean barbecues are out on the curb, on the sidewalk. Those Denny tents are popping back up,
Yeah, we gotta do Denny's tents again. I'm gonna fly out there just to go to Denny's with you.
We'll have it right on the sidewalk. But yeah, it's still a trip. I'm still like quarantining. I have like another week and a half to 2 weeks left of till I get my second dose of vaccination. But so the more I read about it, it's like, all right, just because I get vaccinated, I can still get COVID and I can still give COVID. I just don't get sick. So I still got to be rocking masks. I still got to be cautious or whatever. But also, if I get it, I'm not fucked. I mean, the people around me are screwed.
You go, look, I'll pass it, but I'm not going to be hurting.
I don't know about you guys, but I'll be fine.
So you're basically just the mailman for COVID?
Yeah. Once you get your vaccine, that's a perfect analogy. You're just a mailman. You just carry it, but you don't get affected by the bills.
Yeah, and then, so everyone else's mouth is the mailbox. You go, I've got some mail for you. Open wide.
Yeah.
You go, open your mouth while I tell you a story. I have mail for you.
I feel like once I get the second vaccine, I should just get COVID immediately after. That way I'm like, just done deal where I'm like, I got the vaccine. I got COVID. My antibodies have like quadrupled. I'm good.
Yeah, really test it out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was chill, man. Did you get in? Did you catch the Super Bowl when you got in on Sunday?
I did catch it. Well, no, it was this recent Sunday. So I got
yeah. So
you watch it?
I did not. I watched
Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
I guess so. I mean, everyone says that,
What did you watch?
I watched the halftime show though.
I missed it. I just caught it trending on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
And then everyone was making the weekend memes. And then I made my own version of it just because.
Yeah. There were rumors on Twitter that were going around that Daft Punk might be, might make a cameo for like one of the 2 songs that they did. And they did not. So I was a little disappointed. With that.
Yeah.
But it's so funny watching these halftime shows because it's like they got like, 10, 15 minutes, and they got to go through like 20 songs in that short amount of time. And like it's like they're just singing and fast forward. You know, it's like that Netflix option where you can watch this in like twice the speed.
You're just watching The Weeknd at 3 times.
Yeah, and I don't know if other people saw this as well, but as I'm like watching it, it's just like you can see him rush through it. Like, shit, I got to get through this song and get to the next, and then I got to go down to the bottom on the field, and then, you know.
Yeah, because it's crazy choreography, too. It's not just rushing through songs.
It was pretty cool. Have you been sticking up, or not, what am I saying? Have you been caught up with like a lot of recent events, current trends, things that have been popping off? There's this one woman. She's 40 years old. Everyone called her Gorilla Glue Girl.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I saw the video. She did it on her hair.
Yeah. So there was a hairspray that's like called Gorilla something. There's an offset of Gorilla hairspray or whatever. She ran out of that. There's a Gorilla Glue hairspray can, or not hair, but it's like an aerosol can, basically of Gorilla Glue. She applied that on, and for a month, she hasn't been able to take it out. She made the post first. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's so ridiculous! It's so funny." Everyone, initially was laughing,
yeah,
and then it's like, all right, more videos are coming out. Now it's like, oh shit, like this woman's like suffering, like the joke goes out, and you're just like, damn, what the fuck, But yeah,
help her.
Yeah, that's been the trend. I've been like, everyone's just like watching daily updates of what's going on, and
it's still on.
It's still on apparently. She went to the hospital, to like for them to check it out. Hospital was like, look, we don't want any but we'll send you home and whatever. Put some like some kind of like water or shit distilled.
This is like those Thai soccer kids stuck in the cave.
Oh yeah,
right. Like the whole world is behind it. Let's get this weave off of this woman.
Well, maybe we need Elon Musk to chime in and see what.
I wonder if I'm gonna meet him when I'm out here.
Oh, is he Tesla's out there, right?
Yeah. Because Tuesday night we did the show, and me and Joe are just talking backstage and asking him about the pod, like who he's got coming up, and he goes, Elon's gonna come by
again. Okay.
So I think today they recorded it.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope I didn't say too much. Like, hopefully that comes out relatively soon, and that I'm not breaking it before anyone.
How quick did your turnaround go for recording it, uploading it?
It was the next day.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's fast.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I mean, when you got that budget, of course you can do next day turnarounds. I always figured because you look at guys like Marc Maron, where he backlogs like weeks in advance while he records, and he was like, all right, this is for like next month, a next month release. Okay, you might catch Elon, man.
Maybe Elon will be at my show, and he's like, I don't know how he laughs, but
does he even laugh? I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, he has the neural link, and he's beaming his laughs to me.
That's
because I will also have it. I will be an early adopter.
Yeah.
So he'll just be like, but in my brain, I can hear him laughing hysterically.
But like, what if his laughter is like haunting, and you can't escape the laugh, and you're like, get it out of my head.
Yeah, you just see me writhing on stage. And he goes, this isn't indicative of how the Neuralink really is. This is just a beta test. Don't take what Fahim is doing on stage. It's actually... Yeah.
Now this is a crazy thing that I was reading about. The Pennsylvania shooting. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
This is the most heartbreaking American story. It's just another day in America. Mm-hmm. There were neighbors... the East Coast got hit with a snowstorm this past weekend, and these neighbors were shoveling their driveway and tossing their snow in the neighbor's driveway. A wife and husband were shoveling the driveway. I guess snow was getting on the neighbor's driveway or property. Neighbor comes out like, yo, what the fuck? They start exchanging words. The couple throw like a shovel or whatever you use to clean a car, those brushes, ice scrapers, throws it at the guy kind of in his driveway. Guy comes out with a handgun, shoots them both, empties out an entire clip, goes back inside, comes out with an AR-15, continues shooting their dead body, goes back inside, shoots himself. All the while, like, the couple have, like, a 15-year-old autistic kid in the house, like, that just kind of witnessed everything, you know? All of that over
Snow?
a trivial snow, you know?
Something that'll melt.
Something that could melt in, like, hours, you know? Yeah, you never really think about it like that. Like, it's gonna go away. Like, snow is not permanent, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I was reading about that and I was like, oh my God, like that.
Do you think that guy might have had mental illness? I'm on the fence.
Well, he could have been a lone wolf, you know, who knows? But no, it's crazy because like we're so desensitized. Like today you posted that
the
Cobra
Karate
Kai.
Kid bit?
Yeah. And it's like, this is what happened. This is what would really happen in America.
Well, I've thought just we've had a reprieve of school shootings because of COVID. COVID has done more to prevent school shootings than politicians or society in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it took a pandemic to solve this.
I love how conservatives use that argument as like a pro for Trump. Because of Trump, school shootings went down. And it's just like...
No, it's because of the ineptitude of the response to the pandemic, and no one is able to congregate. You know who can't wait for this pandemic to be over? School shooters.
They're waiting, man.
Yeah.
Because they can't shoot their laptop.
They can't shoot through Zoom. They need the webcam.
Yeah.
They're sending viruses, you know, just like via... They're having to be bullies digitally. And they go, it's just not the same.
Yo, have you've heard of the app Clubhouse, right?
I've been on there a few times, yeah.
Oh, so you're on Clubhouse?
I'm on it.
Yeah?
I think I'm doing a stand-up show on there, too, like next Sunday.
Oh, shit. That's really interesting.
That'll be weird as fuck, but whatever.
There's always, like, these, like, comedian rooms where it's, like, LA comedians. I don't know.
I've been in those.
Yeah, I'm sure you know all of them. And I'll, like, jump in every once in a while. And they'll be like, if you're in the audience and you want to raise your hand and come on up and tell us who your favorite comedian is. I'm like, I go in, I'm like, Fahim Anwar, leave.
Immediately?
Yeah, I'm like, I got nothing else to say.
How funny. You just instigate and then bounce?
Yeah.
You go, I don't even got to hear what they talk about.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the response. Fahim Anwar, thank you. And I just...
You go, deuces. And it goes,
bro,
Ali Blue just left.
That is now my favorite app of like that I've been using. You know, like
really.
Like,
what do you do on there,
dude? I stir up shit. I go on there. I create rooms. My first day, my first night, I was like, okay, let me get like, okay, first of all, you know, I always say androids are the most oppressed group of individuals out there. You know. In the world, globally, you know?
Yeah.
And if people disagree with me, go ahead, tweet out or make a Facebook status that you're switching to a Samsung and see the hate that you will get.
Whoa.
But, so first of all, they don't make this available for Android users. And all my friends have been tweeting about this for months, since July and August. And I'm like, shit, man, every month I'm like checking, is it for Android? Is it for Android? Nope. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I bought an iPod Touch. Yes, they still make iPod Touches. All right, this isn't from 2009. They still make. I bought a fucking iPod Touch.
Who's that for?
I don't know. Maybe kids who can't. You know, their parents don't want to give them. Yeah, kids that parents don't want to give them an iPhone yet. So they're like, just take this. You have the internet.
The thing is, there's so much Wi-Fi everywhere. It's basically a phone.
Yeah, practically. But now I get on there and I just stir shit up. My first day, I made a room called "Which Influencer Do You Hate?" And it turned like my thing was like, and we talked about this before. I was like, prank couples who do fake prank TikTok videos.
That's my pet peeve.
Yeah, I was like, these are the guys I hate. I hate this shit, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and it was just like me and like 4 or 5 friends, you know? I was like, raise your hand if you want to come on up, share some stories. Then like it turned from like 4 friends to like 30 friends or 30 individuals. Then from 30 it went to like 60. Then it went to like 100. Then it went to like 200. Then it went to 300 people start coming in.
In the span of how long?
Like an hour. Or like no, it took off in an hour. Like by an hour I was at like 380, 390 people in the room. And now it's getting like real personal, real crazy. People are like, yo, these influencers are in this room right now. I fucking hate them. Blah, 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 and they're just going down the list. Some girl gets on and she's like, I fucking hate you. Blah. And I'm like, okay.
So about you?
Yeah.
You're an influencer?
I was like, first of all, ma'am, I'm a filmmaker. Okay. But sure, whatever. I'm fair game. Whatever.
Yeah.
Then she goes on Instagram and makes it like Insta post, tags me like, fuck Baluchx. It's like, God damn. Okay. Well,
hey man,
it was a crash course.
You gotta, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it was my crash course on day 1, but now I'm like, oh dude, I love this. I think I want to do like future podcasts, maybe even just like live stream it on Clubhouse. Cause it's not like Instagram live where like people don't want to watch and they come in and they're like, ugh.
And leave.
I got yeah. With Clubhouse, you can see how many people are in there. You can see who's in there, so you don't have to be like, all right, I'm not going to be the only one.
Is that the first sneeze on the dance hour, man?
Oh, possibly for 2021.
Whoa,
first sneeze.
Fuck. Out of 83 episodes, this is the first time.
Oh, I also met some dance hour listeners.
In the Clubhouse?
On Clubhouse. Like, I'll be in random rooms, and individuals will be like, yo, I fuck with the podcast, with the dance hour. I'm like, oh, dude, thank you.
Man.
Like maybe me and Fahim will get on and do like an interactive mini podcast, you know?
Yeah, a Clubhouse dance hour.
A Clubhouse dance hour segment, you know?
And then I just play a song at the end, and everyone can just like dance at home, even though we can't see it.
Oh yeah.
If you're in the room, you have to be dancing. You can't lie, okay? Clubhouse is all about honesty.
Take a selfie while you dance.
Yeah, I want proof.
Yeah. So, no, I think that like I've just like I'm working. It's for me, it's an interactive podcast because like I'm working, I'm sending emails, blah 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 blah, and then I'm like I'll get a notification that like certain individuals are on. I put my headphones in, and like I'm just listening to them talk or like discuss whatever it is, whether it's like finance or film. There's a lot of great film. Like they'll bring directors and whatever. Oh, did you watch Marie and Malcolm?
No.
That Netflix movie with Zendaya, the guy who did Euphoria, wrote and directed Netflix film called Marie and Malcolm with Zendaya and John David Washington, Denzel's son.
It's good?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got to say about that.
Well, that how funny. You just like bring up all these details about it and like so nuanced every question I have, and then I go, is it good? And you go, no.
No.
And then we just move on to the next subject. You don't even go into it.
So the director and Zendaya were on, and they were like fielding questions and whatever. So like I'll like throw on my headphones and like do some cooking, go for a walk, whatever. And then you can like, interact, raise your hand and be like, sir, the framing that you had for that one scene, I thought it was shit. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And you leave.
That's all. Yeah.
Deuces.
But no, I think I'm like hooked to Clubhouse. I'm like so I'll work up to like 5:30 p.m. right when like we clock out. I just throw on the headphones and just like I'm like, what kind of shit can I stir today? Who can I upset?
Yeah, it's like your second job is just trolling on Clubhouse. You go, my first job is done.
Oh man, last night I got doggy piled on. My trolling it backfired on me. I wasn't a troll. I love Hamilton. That's no secret.
Oh, we know this.
Yeah, no secret. But I encountered Hamilton haters. Not even just casual, like, oh, this is so corny. This is like, fuck Hamilton.
Venom.
This shit was violent. And I was like, whew, I'm like sweating. I'm trying to like die. And I'm like, I got no one to back me up. But I think I held my own. I was like, look, at the end of the day, they got bangers. That's all I can say. I mean, they made valid points, but Hamilton still got bangers.
I'm sorry you got ganged up on like that. You had no Hamilton backup.
No, I had one, but he was too scared to say anything. He was
too much of a theater nerd to pipe up.
Literally.
Stop.
But yeah, that's been going on this side.
You know, one other thing I've noticed about Austin, the food is very good out here. Like I've Postmated some places, and just the food has been phenomenal. And
like you're not doing Chipotle.
I did do it one day.
Oh no!
Just cause I don't know. And then, the food's really good, and it's also reasonable prices for food this good in LA. You'd be spending like $20 or
very true.
Just tasty, reasonably priced food is very common out here. Oh. Whereas LA, you kind of pay a premium for something that tastes pretty good. It'll be all boutique-y, and then they'll mark it up too much in LA. Yeah. But I've had amazing tacos off of a food truck here. Just a random ass food truck. These are like the best I've ever had in my life. I had fish tacos today that were amazing. Oh damn. From another place is good. And then
now, when you do fish tacos, do you do like shrimp, or do you like mix it up and do salmon? Or?
This one was like a crispy, like a fish. It was like a fried fish
cod
or something.
Okay.
Like cod. Yeah. That was great. What else? There's another thing. I had a steak that was pretty good. That was decent.
Have you ever Postmated a steak before?
Yeah, I've done that.
How was that?
Look, obviously it's not the best as if you're at the place. The travel. Yeah. You know what doesn't travel well? Like French fries. I tweeted about it. I go, during this whole pandemic, we haven't perfected fry transportation.
That's true.
What are we doing?
I think
I get it if it was pre-pandemic and just not people order fries so sporadically. Yeah. But when that's the only thing that we're doing, get on it, scientists. Okay? Yeah. You can figure everything out, but you can't have crispy fries. What's going on?
That's true. Fries only have a lifespan of like 5 minutes.
Like figure out some contraption where it's not like a greenhouse and I'm eating wet paper when it gets to me.
I think fries, the combo of fries and steak are the worst. Like by the time the steak gets to you, it's in a plastic container. It's like condensation. Take the plastic off and it's just like wet steak. Not that.
The worst is when you open the thing and it's like you washed your hands. It just sprinkles all this water and like water drips. It's the grossest feeling in the world.
Yeah, I had a low point in my life in 2015. It was like at 1 a.m. I ordered a steak from Denny's.
I've done that.
And it was for me, I was like, this is the lowest I've ever gone for food. I'll never do this again. And till this day, I regret it. That scarred me. That's why I was like, never take out steak. If I want steak, either I make it or I got to go for it, you know?
Dude, you know what sucks is my air fryer's back home. I miss it. If there's one thing I miss about LA, it's my air fryer. Yeah. They go, do you miss the people? And I'm like, no, just kidding. I go, my air fryer, though. I FaceTime with it. I'm like, hey, buddy, how are you?
Hey, you've been giving out air fryers left and right, brother, mom, listener. True. Maybe it's time to get yourself a temporary air fryer.
In theory, I can, but I can't bring myself to buy that many air fryers. I feel like then I have a problem. Think of how many I've got. I've got one for me. I got one for my brother. I got one for my mom. Yeah. And then I got one for a listener.
For the giveaway, yeah.
The giveaway. I'm done. I can't, I have mental illness if I buy myself another air fryer out here in Austin.
I mean, you're going to be there for a while. Long enough where a car's coming out to you.
That's true. But a car feels less nonsensical than an air fryer out here.
Also, we can also
more functional.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I get that. I understand.
And I'm just like postmating everything or Uber Eating everything.
Oh man, you're really living on that CBS budget. You're just treating yourself to a nice quarantine Austin life.
Kind of. It's a little blip in the matrix, and why not have fun in the blip? That's true. I won't be doing this all the time, but yeah. I don't really spend money in any other way. I'm not frivolous. Look, I'm bringing a Mazda 3 from 2007 out here. Yeah. I'm not bringing my Maserati from LA. So you see where I cut corners. Yeah. And where I cannot.
Yeah, that's true. how are we doing in the mailbag?
Oh, the mailbag. Here, hold on. I got to get the laptop because I'm looking at you on my phone, so I can't read the email. All right, guys. You're going to see some dead air right here on my end. Ollie, vamp for the people. Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it over.
Talk about Hamilton.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening. In this, we usually put this tag at the end of the podcast. For those of you listening, Fahim has stepped away. For those of you watching, Fahim, you guys clearly see Fahim stepped away.
Do you think a lot more Rogan people are watching now?
I think so. And I hope we don't disappoint you, because sometimes our views are my views. Fahim doesn't endorse anything that I say. But if you guys are listening, please subscribe to it or follow it on Spotify or iTunes. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, tell us what you love, tell us what you hate.
Talk about us in Clubhouse.
Oh my God, I forgot to bring this up. So,
what?
And I feel like we might have emails that touch on this, but so I brought up the topic of bestiality on Clubhouse.
Nice.
And I was quickly shunned and booed. And
they go, we love fucking our dogs. Quit raining on our parade. Get them out of here.
I feel like I converted a few people to like see how I like what I see, my point of view. But apparently that one day that I had like a topic on that carried on for like multiple days in different rooms. So like I created this topic, talked about it, and then people that were in there went off to be like, man, this fucking guy talked about bestiality. And
you know what you are?
What?
You're like a pebble in a pond. You create the ripples.
The ripples. Yeah.
You're the bloop, and everyone else is the...
Yeah, they're just carrying on the ripples. But yeah, from what I heard, people went out and like, yeah, this fucking guy's talking about bestiality. What is he saying? This is what he's saying. And then they leave like, yeah, apparently this guy on Clubhouse was talking about bestiality. What was he saying? Well, this is what he was. And then like the conversation, and then it went full circle where I was in a room. And they're like, hey, aren't you that bestiality guy?
That's a cool nickname that you've got in Clubhouse. You know what? As a matter of fact, I am.
As a matter of fact, I am.
I am.
I feel like this lighting is too harsh on my face.
No, man, it's just harsh enough.
Just harsh enough?
Just harsh enough. You know, it kind of looks like you have a do-rag. Because your hair is popping out a little bit. Like, for a second, I thought you had a red do-rag on.
You guys, I'm just, I got to wash my hair.
You're kind of a mix between Devo and like, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone, whip it.
Yeah.
Whip it, bone.
Yeah, it was what's their song?
Crossroad.
I think at the crossroads, the human belong, and I think I take the money, and I'm gonna take the money.
And then it comes in with the synths.
Yeah. Wake up, it's the first of the month. What if we can't monetize this podcast because I just sang Bone Thugs so poorly? Bro, we just like that's how greedy YouTube is. That even with shitty singing, they're like, "Hey, you can't monetize this. That's Bone Thugs that you mangled."
We just got flagged. Thanks for him.
Murder, come again. You know, Bone Thugs doesn't get the love they deserve. It's because they were straight from Cleveland, Ollie.
Fascinating.
They straight from Cleveland.
So I was on this. I came across this one podcast that like did this thing. I think I even texted you about it today, where there's a number that people can call in, and they can leave voicemails.
Interesting.
So instead of us reading it, we can just be like, all right, guys, we're gonna play this voicemail. Click, and then we listen to what people got to say.
What people say.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll test that out. Maybe we'll do that.
It's something to consider. You know, we don't know if we'll do it or not, but
true. Here's the trouble: is like we have more control over the emails. Like I can read it fast. I could slow it down.
That's true.
I can sift through it.
Yeah.
But it might be fun to try some voice ones. Maybe we'll see.
With Google Voice, because I'm using it for work. With Google Voice, when someone leaves a voicemail, they send you an email transcript of it. I don't know if they do that with iPhones or whatever. But
that's cool.
I can just like read the voicemail to be like, yeah, not gonna respond to this, you know.
All right, mailbag. This is from Anissa. It's how would you say this? Anisia. Anisia or Anisa?
Anisia.
Anisia.
Anesia, I guess. Anesia?
It can go many ways.
It can go many
Anisa,
ways.
Anesia, or Anisa.
Oh, you know what we should do? If you get... Actually, no, I don't want to make it complicated for our email write-in, so just continue doing what you guys are doing. Thank you guys for submitting.
All right. Anisia Lopez. Hi, Fahim and Ali. First of all, subject heading is massage therapy and CBD. Hi, Fahim and Ali. Just so you know, I can't fold laundry without listening to this podcast. You hear that, Ali?
Whoa.
We're like the #1 laundry folding podcast on iTunes.
That's the first. That's groundbreaking. First,
Yeah.
we were the #1 painting podcast.
That's true.
Now we're the #1 laundry folding. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is the perfect blend of conversation and comedy. Plus, I often learn new tidbits about this, or that, or the other. I'm a big fan. Just wondering if either of you guys receive regular massage therapy, or has it been a very long time since your last massage? Are you guys fans of massage? What about CBD? What about cannabis in general? I've combined the two and operate cannabis massage. Sorry,
Whoa.
I ruined the pun, and I'm a comedy expert. For me,
man.
being in the biz this many years and making a rookie mistake like
You
that,
fumbled. You fumbled the ball on that, dude.
fumbled. I'm so sorry. Cannabis massage therapy here in Los Angeles.
Whoa.
Please check out my website and book a session with me.
What's their website?
Cannabismassage.net. A CBD infused massage is so much better than a classic massage. Peace, love, and light. And I think they got a free ad read.
Whoa.
So be it. That's
No,
okay.
Pretty dope. That's pretty
It's
dope.
dope.
I do actually get massages on the regular. It's like my self-care thing that I do.
That's like your version of getting a $20 Oreo Blizzard.
Yeah, I just get a $40 hour massage, here in
And your
Korea.
back is the Blizzard.
Yeah, I love doing that, and I go on Groupon and find a chiropractor, and I get like aligned and cracked up, for like $20, $30, $40 or something.
Ollie, is it all it's cracked up to be?
It is, Fahim. It is. Yes, it is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
What if I just like died after that pun? They go, he's dead.
Just close his eyes gently. Rest in peace.
Yeah, like someone dies smiling, and then they how they do the thing with the eyes.
Yeah. So for the listeners, Fahim just close the.
They go, we can't bury him smiling. We've got to turn that smile upside down.
Yeah, I haven't gone since COVID. I used to go to the spot right here in Koreatown. This like Thai massage spot, and they like snap you in half practically.
That's actually on the business cards, right?
Yeah,
We snap you in half.
Exactly. I've been going there actually for like 6 years now.
Damn, you're a regular. That's your cheers.
But I love how I go there for 6 years, yet I'm just treated brand new. Like they don't even know who I am.
That's how you know it's good, because they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, they know what they're doing. You're just cattle. They're good at what they do.
Yeah, I think we talked about this too before. There's this donut shop right, like literally a block away from my house.
Yes. They never know your order.
Never. And I went there for a year, every morning for a year, and they just look at me like, Can I help
you buy them gifts, hoping that you'll stick out in their mind, and they still don't care.
Yeah. And I stopped going there because they stopped carrying avocados. So, once every 5 months, I'll stick my head in like, hey, do you guys have avocado? Nope. All right, going back home. Yeah.
Bring your own. Just get cargo shorts and just be the avocado fairy.
But I might follow up on this
massage.
Yeah, I've never done.
But how do you feel about CBD, dude? You're gonna be a pothead through your skin.
Man, I've never experimented. I think I got my dad some kind of like joint pain cream thing for his knees.
CBD.
I think so, or whatever's the non.
Your dad's a druggie.
Oh man, I got him hooked.
What will the Afghan community think?
And he took it with him to Afghanistan. Oh man, I set him up.
He's a mule now.
He smuggled drugs into the country.
Yeah, I don't really get I like massages. I did it, I think, once when I was in K-Town. I walked to this place. I told you about it. I talked about it on the pod.
Yeah.
It was like those makeshift rooms, and you can hear other people getting massages, and it was gross. It was this guy who's like, "Oh yeah, oh," he's just making way too much noise.
Yeah.
If it feels good, I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah.
I don't need to make these crazy sounds in public. Like when I work out at the gym, I keep it to myself. And if I feel like I have to yell, I'll lower the weight.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need to
You won't
lift
take-
I don't need to lift the gym and then scream like the MGM Tiger. I'll just go down a few. And then even massages, if it feels good, I can keep it to myself. I don't need to broadcast it like, oh yeah, oh. And he goes, sorry about all my hair. I go, gross. What's going on in there?
Yeah.
All right, this is from Audrey P. Subject heading, was that an eco-cert usable crazy straw? It's from our baby blood episode.
Baby blood.
Hi again, Fahim. Hope your trip was safe. Ali, would you sport a man bun? There's more to this, but I'm breaking it up.
Yeah.
Would you sport a man bun?
I have, yes, and it's only out of like necessity.
Damn.
It's not for style. I don't like rocking it for like a look. I'd rather rock the hair down look. But if I am home alone, I put my hair in a bun. Yeah, it's long enough to be in a like a pretty high bun.
Damn. All right. I used to have this Twitter account that I was running for a bit called Premature Man Bun. And it was just whenever I saw man buns out in the wild, that was like not quite there. You could tell it was like day one on man bun, or just, it wasn't, they were so excited to have a man bun, but they were jumping the gun. It was like a little nub.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me
It's
it was
whatever
so
they can
funny
get.
when guys were so juiced to have a man bun that they couldn't wait the extra week or two to have a proper one.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I think it's long enough, like it's Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, what are your thoughts on minimalism?
I like it. I respect it.
Same here. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I think there's being a minimalist person, and then there's like actual like Japanese minimalist design and like Nordic minimalist designs as well, whether it's like interior decorating. But I like the aesthetic too. I personally am not a maximalist where I need to like deck out the place with stuff, but I think, I like it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I just need enough. Like, I don't need a lot of things. I take pleasure in simple things.
Yeah.
Even like when it comes to someone stealing something, or people could steal whatever they want from my house as long as it's not my laptop, because my creative work is on there. Steal my TV, steal my watch, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But like people could steal whatever they want from me, just not my ideas.
Yeah.
Like my
All
the work I've
steal
done
from Fahim. Don't really steal. But
yeah, I prefer if you
hypothetically.
don't. I prefer if you don't steal material goods from me. But if you must, just stay away from my laptop, because I have a lot of like my life's work is on there and such, and that's, you can't replace that.
Yeah. I feel that. I would always say that, like, for me, my hard drives had like everything, my whole life on it. And it wasn't until recently, till like the crash. I love where I talk about like it's like a stock market till since the crash, that I've always been protective of it, because I'm like, that's everything. That's like 10 years of work for me.
Yeah,
I can't lose that, But yeah, I don't think I hold or cherish anything of value where I'd be devastated if I lost,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how I look. So yeah, I like, if we're talking like minimalist design, I like that. But if we're talking about like a minimalist lifestyle,
I'm more about the lifestyle.
Yeah, same.
And then keep dropping those block rockin' beats, Audrey. Parentheses.
Thanks,
P.S. Instant pot sweepstakes.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't get greedy.
I'm actually thinking
see.
about getting one. I was actually gonna get one.
Maybe you'll love it so much that you'll give it out.
Because I was trying to do because I was trying to make kabli palau, and I gotta use like a pressure cooker, and you can use an Instapot for that. So
we'll see. All right, this is from he's written in before, Garina Bagdasarian. And I probably mangle it every time as well. Hi, Fahim and Ali. Greetings from Portland, Oregon, a.k.a. the city that I thought would be the next LA. Instead, it seems like Austin, Texas is taking over that position. Been hearing a lot of buzz about people migrating there from LA. And you mentioned in your last episode that you too will be moving there. Is it mostly because of the low cost of living, or do you think there's something else about Austin that's attracting people? P.S. Sad to hear this chapter of the podcast is coming to an end, but excited and curious to see what the new setup will be. Peace.
Well, I think you're only there temporary until potentially who knows how long. But
who
like,
knows?
it's not.
I'm playing
permanent.
it by ear. I'm like a scout ant. I'm just coming out here, seeing what it's like while I can. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I still have my place in LA.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go. But right now, there's really no reason for me to be in LA.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, COVID's still going on and stuff. The clubs are shut down. I know there's outdoor shows and those are fun. But I kind of like the change of scenery. I've done stand-up in LA for a long time. I know what that is. There is something exciting about doing that here. Yeah. In a new city, and also just experiencing a new city. It's invigorating.
Yeah. When you were talking to the other comedians, Michelle Wolf, Mo Amer, are they in the same boat as you, where they're temporary, or they're just in for the show and then they're out?
They don't. They're out. They're like on tour with Dave. They go around with him mostly.
Oh, okay.
Mo lives in Houston though, so that's his home base. Yeah. So that's that.
Okay.
All right, hold on. What do we got? This is from. This is from our air fryer winner. Bang, 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 bang. This is from Jazz, air fryer contest winner update. Let's see. Okay. She sent pictures. She sent pictures of the food she's made. Oh my God, this is looks like out of a cookbook. It looks delicious. So we got a nice little picture of her in front of the product. That's nice. Fantastic. She has the box. She has the air fryer next to the box. She's looking very lovely behind the box. And then we've got the pictures of the food. We're gonna throw it up. You guys can see.
If you guys are listening, tune into the YouTube show, and you guys can watch and look at these pictures.
Yeah. She goes, okay, well, air fryer contest winner update. Ninja Food Grill air fryer I won. First thing I made with the air fryer was actually chicken wings, but unfortunately I didn't see your gift note, Fahim, until you mentioned it on the podcast, so I didn't get a picture of that. But like, here's some other stuff she made. Yeah, so we'll throw that up there.
Awesome.
All right. This is from Cole Parsa or Parsicle? All right. Mixed Middle Eastern identities. Hey, what's up, guys? Love the show. I find a lot of what you guys talk about in regards to the immigrant household and crazy Baba stories super relatable, high key. My dad is Iranian immigrant, and my mom is white as fuck. And I've never really figured out where I fit in the white and POC identity categories. Growing up, people used to say really shitty things about me and my dad and my brothers post 9/11. And going into into adulthood, I've frequently been perceived as a white, quote-unquote Italian or Scottish. I don't know. Not always as Middle Eastern people generally think I look Persian, and I have been mistaken for Mexican quite a few times. This mixed bag of experiences has warped my self-perception and caused me to be conflicted in my identity. I barely have any Iranian family members around, and my father, who has been very abusive, is almost non-existent in my adult life. I feel like an imposter Persian. And I'm sick of people dissecting me and simultaneously calling me privileged, while I can also deal with discrimination and constant microaggressions. Get Outlook for Android. That's not part of his email. That's just, you have an Android brother. That's heavy, man. I think that's above my pay grade. Yeah. Do you have anything for that? You got a lot of identities going on. I know, it's tough.
Yeah. And I think you can acknowledge that you could come from a very ethnic background, such as an Iranian background, but also be white passing as well, and have and benefit from that white privilege, but at the same time you do deal with your discrimination. I think you need to look into this term called third culture kids. If you haven't already, I feel like it's a very broad term now, like a lot of people know it now, but read up on it, and I think I don't think I'm qualified to chime in on this, because this is something I feel like you should no shot, no shades. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but you
Sure.
know, the therapy, maybe, you know, I mean, if you're dealing with an abusive father and the traumas of childhood, it's something you got to unpack with someone that's not a comedian or a filmmaker.
Honestly, like Zoom has opened up therapy, I think, to a lot of people as well, or just like video chat. Because before you thought it was such a huge endeavor to mentally get there to decide to do it. And now if it's as easy as just like
Being
hitting a button on your phone, like why not? And especially if your insurance covers it.
Oh shit, speaking of that, I got to do my insurance paperwork. Man's got insurance now.
Whoa, company man. All right, this email is from Little Whore, an avid listener.
Oh, yeah. But just thank you for emailing us, you know, and everything. Sorry we can't really help you in that field, but we do appreciate you listening and taking the time to draft that up. And
I guess a little nugget from me. Obviously, my situation is different, and it's not as involved as that. But, you know, I'm Afghan. My parents are from Afghanistan, but I never fully identified as someone who lived in Virginia or like, the Bay Area.
Yeah,
because out in Seattle,
a heavy concentration of Afghans are.
Yeah, I was on the satellite, so I'm not like classically Afghan or whatever. Yeah. Now that I've had a little more success or whatever, it's easier for people to adopt and just sort of like claim as one of your own. But when you're just sort of like a regular person, it's like, oh, you talk white, or you know, or like, oh, you speak Farsi broken down, and so you're sort of I don't know, a second-class Afghan, or you're not a real Afghan. Like, I don't like this. You're not a real, like, there is no, you're in America, number one. Like, it's great to have a hold of identity, but like the whole separating or splitting hairs, I don't think that's helpful. Like, people are people. Yeah. Let them be. Okay, this is from Little Whore. She's a fan of the show.
Oh, Miss Whore, welcome
right?
back.
Miss Whore, welcome back. Vaccine Hype Beast episode. I died at Headband Ali expecting Rambo and getting Karate Kid. Let's see. Couples can share loofahs but should have their own. Share in the sense that they can grab the wrong one or just weren't paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Why is Ali making Fahim seem so weird for not sharing his food with anyone and everyone? It's actually not normal to grab food off of someone else's plate without asking. It's only okay if someone asks, do you want some to try? I think the only situation where asking is not always necessary is if they're in a relationship. Taking food off someone else's plate without asking is actually pretty rude. Ali, thank goodness you don't condone outdoor dining, because you definitely get COVID the way you'd be sharing food.
That's true. But I think if you're close friends or family, like siblings, I'm taking food, you know?
All right. So don't have lunch with Ali. That's the lesson. Here we go. You can let your dog lick your face once or twice to let it express its excitement. But after that, just pet your dog and don't get sick satisfaction out of the licking. Love the outro song. Adding to my playlist. MG by Izzy Bizu. Hope you guys will still make episodes when Fahim goes to Texas. Love y'all.
Of course. Hey, here we are.
Thank you, Little Whore. Thank you for being a fan. Writing into the pod. All right. Okay. The air fryer contest winner update there was like a wonky email. This one came in properly. All right. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Fahim and Ali. I wanted to share some photos of the zucchini tots and roasted spicy mushrooms I made with a Ninja Foodie grill air fryer I won. And last time, Ali dragged me for saying I'd make zucchini tots. But I'd like him to reconsider his disdain for zucchini tots because they're delicious and more keto-friendly. She's got you there.
She got me there.
If he's still doing keto/dieting.
I am.
Okay.
I'm down 10 pounds.
Damn, we got Jared from Subway in the house.
Can you guys tell? I love it because a podcast you can track my weight loss. You can be like, all right, the heaviest.
Just the thumbnails, like episode. You're like, it goes episode 65, and you're like, And the first thing I made with the air fryer was actually chicken wings, but unfortunately, I didn't see your gift note, Fahim, until you mentioned it on the podcast, so I didn't get a picture of that. But thank you for the air fryer. I will be using it often, and I hope you guys will continue doing the podcast together despite being in different states now. Best wishes, Jazz. And again, we'll throw those pictures up, or maybe we already did it. Who knows?
All right. I'm looking at zucchini tot pictures right now. It's not that bad. Not that bad. I wouldn't make them if they come frozen. I'm down to, air fry them, but not gonna go out of my way and cook them.
All right, man. That's it.
Wow.
We hit it.
We reached the end of the mailbag.
Check this out.
Whoa, close that.
My laptop closes. The guy, he said I had to pay extra for it to be able to close.
Wow.
He was like, let me ask my boss if I could throw in that feature. Because I
he
thought
was
I thought all laptops closed, but he goes, no, it's like an extra feature. So I'm
Yeah,
making good
man.
money. I paid an extra $1,000, and now I have a laptop that opens and closes on a hinge, which is pretty
Bro,
cool.
CBS money's got you balling out. You're
It's
walling
got me
out.
balling out of control. Laptops that close, blizzards that chill.
Hotels, same night.
Bro, yeah,
Who are
same
you,
night.
man? I don't even know you anymore.
I don't even know. I'm a monster. Once I get this 2007 Mazda 3 in Austin, watch out.
I feel like that might ground you again. That might like bring you back.
Or make me super cocky. Because once I'm zooming, there's no holding back.
Okay, that's true too. That's true. We got a lot of shit on Twitter because MTV released their schedule.
I saw it. It was trending. Like how much ridiculousness programming.
Yeah.
You guys own the network.
Basically.
You know what? When I got into that hotel that first night, I never watched just regular TV, really.
Yeah.
I just had it on MTV, Ridiculousness. I'm like, oh, Ali works for Ridiculousness. I haven't really watched the show. And there's some funny clips and stuff, and I'm just going about some business, and then another episode plays right after it, and I go, oh, okay, that's weird. And then another one plays, and then I go, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw the programming block that came out, was making the rounds on the internet.
Yeah.
And then it made sense. I go, oh, that's why.
Yeah, I sent that tweet that kind of went viral. I sent that to our like company Slack channel, and I was like, I sent that out. And then people just need to buckle in because there's a lot more ridiculousness coming in. Not only do we have ridiculousness, we also have deliciousness, a spinoff coming up. And I'm not allowed to say anything more than that, but just there's going to be a lot of episodes.
There's going to be a lot of Rob Deerdick in your life, people.
Yeah, I feel like at this point we just should call MTV the Ness. You know, it's just going to be ridiculousness, deliciousness. Now it's, and again, I'm not trying to, I can't say anymore, but
right.
Just be on the lookout for more
Nesses
that potentially may come.
Does anyone say unnecessary? Am I getting you hot? You go, hey man, no.
Hey,
no.
whoa. NDA, you can't show the net.
What about unnecessariness?
I think that's
Could
that's
that be
one of our, that is one of the shows that we're working
No,
on.
look, it's a good show. It's a great brand. I'm just joshing at how much IP they have on the network.
Dude, it's never gonna end. Like I'm telling you right now, we're on season 21 or season 22 or something.
Jesus.
That's what we're working on currently.
Yeah.
And each season there's about I want to say 30 episodes per season or some shit like that. And it's like we have reruns and we have new content coming out. So like for the next year or two, that's going to be the scheduling block. So sorry.
Get ready, folks.
MTV users. As long as I continue having a job and a salary and health benefits.
Keep watching so Ali can get to see doctors whenever he wants.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's kind of, isn't it funny where you get a job and you go, now I can get hit by a truck.
Yeah. Honestly.
Like you're relieved. You go, nice, I can get hit by a bus.
Dude, I don't know if I was talking about this last time, but like now I'm not like as cautious of washing dishes. I'm not like, I'm not like, because now I have like these super sharp knives that I bought like during quarantine. And before, like I would wash it like, or like cut things very, very cautiously. Like
that was your health insurance policy?
Yeah.
Just like washing knives carefully?
And even like just washing dishes, I'm like, like I wouldn't want this like glass cup to fall and like shatter because I can't afford stitches if like it just accidentally slips out of my hand and something, or if I'm cooking and there's an oil spill. So now I'm like, you know what? I got that safety net. I honestly even was like, I might even take back up skateboarding because I stopped.
Whoa!
I was like,
and you work for Rob Deerdick. He would be like, I want all my employees to skate.
I should fill myself. So if I do,
he's like, I want everyone who works for me to be busting fat air. If you're not on 4 wheels, you're fired.
And he also gives us a GoPro just to document if we eat shit, so he
just
can
to
air
prove,
it.
so that he could air it.
And he's like, this is one of our producers. He's eating shit.
This is
So
one
there's
of
a
our
whole
interns. He just broke all his teeth on a half pipe.
Oh.
And he goes, come on out. And he's like, here's your coffee, Mr. Deerdick. That was a funny clip. And he goes, we didn't pay you anything. So, yeah, I guess we're all caught up, man.
We're all caught up.
Sorry we're late. Sorry we're late to the fans. Obviously, I had bigger shit to do.
Oh, wait. You landed Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't feel too bad then.
Nah, here's the thing, though. It's like I landed Sunday night, and then we released the last one that I did. So we had one in the hopper.
But we were supposed to record this Sunday. I remember you texting me like Sunday night, let's film this.
Mm-hmm.
You said
and
after
then you
the
couldn't.
Super Bowl.
You could.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. But then, little did I know, you weren't even in Austin.
No,
you didn't get there till midnight.
No. I'm talking about the Sunday before. I didn't get in just like Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, I thought you were Super Bowl Sunday. You've been there for a week and that's right. You've been there for a week and a half.
Like a week and a half.
Okay, so I do feel bad now.
And then you wanted to do it on the days that I had the Chappelle and like Dave, so I was busy Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, because basically, there's some technical aspects on my side, but we should be squared away. And
look, we're a couple states away. We're trying to streamline this thing. There's going to be some hiccups, people. All right, cut us some slack.
That's true. Maybe in a month or so, I might even do a Austin drop in and
dude,
get a mattress on the floor ready for me, man.
For sure, I'll get a toshak for you.
Thank you, man.
You know what? We should get like matching cowboy clothes and then we should do like a Brokeback Mountain episode, just where
Dance Hour takes over Austin.
How funny we say Dance Hour takes over Austin, like there's a huge fervor for it, and it's just like a few people.
Yeah, it's like five guys or five women.
Takes over, and people are eating a sandwich, and they're like, "What's going on?" We're taking it over. What are you? What is Dance Hour? Who are you? We're the people taking your city over. Oh, okay.
Just for the hour, you know?
Just for the hour. Then we give it back. You ready for the song?
Let's hear. I since I already did the follow thing while you were getting the laptop, we can go straight into the song. Fahim,
right.
What do you got to go for us? And also, you should chime in and check in on the studio because the dancers are still dancing, even though you're out of state. They're still in the warehouse studio dancing till this day.
Hold on, let me look at an iPad and see if they're still dancing.
Yeah, watch.
Okay, yeah. They're still dancing. That's good.
All right.
Thank God I got that Ring doorbell and camera set up for inside. They're still dancing. Okay, good. You ready for the song?
Yes, I am.
It is called "Day We Met" and it's by Fatima Yamaha.
Well, I think you posted this.
I did on my IG.
Oh, Fatima, is this a? But I'm like, is it an Arab, Japanese individual?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But
But
it's a dope track, and I'm into it. It'll be on the Fahim Anwar Dance Hour Spotify playlist. Follow that. Yeah. Thumbs up, rate, review, all that stuff. Any new viewers, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. And I guess we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you all next week.
Yeehaw from Austin, Texas.
Dance